can either go with the change, you can embrace the change, or you will be left behind. You can move forward or get left behind. You can focus on the difficulties, on the crisis, on the obstacles, or you can see the opportunity. Like Sir Richard Branson said, even if you're given a credible opportunity and you don't know how to make it work, take the opportunity and learn. We have an incredible team of leaders in Vietnam and other places around the world that will hold you by the hand and help you to learn how to take advantage of myaladdinz. And if you do so, you could be the best year yet for your business. Many of people in myaladdin this year in January, February, March, they've learned more than they've ever earned more in their life. It's been their most successful year yet. Even in this time of situation, crisis, when people are losing jobs. This could also be your most successful year yet as well. We do have a promotion offer. You can download the myaladdin app and get 10 points for free. When you download, you can download it from the App Store or Google Play. So you download the app and register, multiply so you have at least 10 points. Also join our Telegram groups as well. Compound your gems, tap the lamp every day, and go find customers and merchants. Thank you for joining me for the presentation. Hopefully it's giving you some ideas of how this year could be great for you with myaladdin. What we're going to also do now is I'm going to answer some questions for you. So I'm going to go to the chat group and look at your questions. If you have some questions, you can continue to type those questions in the chat group. We'll take about 30 minutes or so to look from the questions.
Hi, Mr. Cancer. Can I have a question?
We're going to take questions by the chat group. So I'm going to go.
Okay, thank you.
Please type them in the chat group. So in the chat group, I'm going to go through them one by one. If you have a question, don't ask me verbally because it interrupts, but actually type it in the chat group, and I will answer your questions one by one as we come to them. Someone says, my e-commerce store is growing fast after the lockdown. And that's true of a lot of people in myaladdin. The current situation has made their business grow faster than ever. Have you just talked about developing online stores instead of just the application? Actually, myaladdin in the e-bazaar, which will be continuing to develop, we're always developing myaladdin. Like I said, the USDT will be coming soon. The buy and sell will be coming soon. Also, in the e-bazaar right now, you can buy Success Resources courses. In the future, you will also be able to list your own products there and be able to sell them directly inside the app. We have already opened it. Somebody asked, have we opened the European market yet? Yes, we've already opened. We haven't been able to actually push the market yet because of travel restrictions, but we do have some people in Italy and other parts, UK and other parts of Europe. The EU is treated as one large market. It's actually open for business. We just need some leaders to go in and start developing it. Somebody asked about the relationship between New Tycoon and Success Resources. Success Resources is the world's largest seminar organizer. myaladdin is a separate company. The actual company name is New Tycoon Global. myaladdin is the product. So myaladdin is the app, but the company name is New Tycoon Global. Success Resources uses myaladdin as an opportunity to sell more courses around the world, change more people's lives. It's a separate company, but same management. As far as Czech Republic, somebody's asking, we're not in the Czech Republic yet. Our philosophy is this. We need a core group of leaders and merchants in a country before we can actually fully develop it. If you have a bunch of leaders in a country and you have some possible merchants in another country that you would like us to open up, we can consider it, but we need a core group of leaders first. You may be one of those leaders, but you need to build a team, get a group together, and get a group of leaders that can actually make it happen. We will only go into a new country when we have a strong team of leaders that are willing to help us develop that country. Let me go to the next question. What does the app purchase function have? I kind of explained that already. Somebody said she's Phoebe in Malaysia. And actually, like I said, we will open any country. Malaysia is also a possibility, but we need a core group of leaders, someone that will actually help to grow the business, help to network, help to bring in merchants. And it needs to be more than one person. They say if you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you need a team. And that's our philosophy with myaladdin. We don't want just one person. If you have an interest or you're in a country, build a team, start putting together a team. Once you can develop a team, then we'll be very happy to help support you in growing in that country. Let's see at the next question. It says that doubling is done 6 times a year. It's not doubling, it's multiplying, but you can only do it during the first year. If you would like to do that again the second year, can you use a second account? Yes, you can open a second account on the second year, but you would need a different mobile number. One mobile number is only valid for one myaladdin account. You would need a second phone number to do that. Somebody asking, go back to the slides about Jay Abraham because you missed it. No, please join us next week. Those are just personal things that I'm adding at the beginning as a little bit of my 18 plus years with Success Resources, some of the lessons I've learned. You can actually go to Google and other places, search for Jay Abraham. We also have courses in Success Resources from Jay Abraham. I believe they'll be offering a course very soon for Jay Abraham, and we'll be putting that in the app. You can look for that and you can learn from him directly. When will USDT be applied in Vietnam? Actually, we already had USDT to be in Vietnam. The only problem was we ran out of gems. So you cannot top up by USDT any longer. You can actually use USDT in Vietnam when the buy and sell function is coming. That will be within the next month. We'll give you more details as that becomes confirmed. How many countries have been using myaladdin until now? I already mentioned those earlier. We have Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, European Union, South Africa. There's a lot of countries that are already in. We've started opening up Myanmar, Cambodia, Laos as well. If you have friends in Singapore, Singapore is also sold out of gems. You can actually contact us and we can tell you some of the leaders that have gems that are available for sale. How much minimum gems need up to merchant? I'm not sure I understand your question. If you're asking if you're a merchant, how many gems do you need to get started? Normally recommend that merchants also have at least 1,000 points, top up 300 gems, but it's not required. If you want to be able to sell gems to your customers, then of course you need to have gems available. So it's good for merchants to also top up some gems. When will we have a global network? At the moment, we're adding and focusing on one country at a time. So as we continue to grow, we're opening up one country at a time, focusing on one country, and move on to the next. Like I said, if you have leaders, if you have people that are interested in opening up a new country, get your leaders together, get some commitment from some people to help support it and make it happen. And we'll see what we can do to help you. Could you contact personally with us? Actually, we're very busy developing myaladdin all around the world. You may have some friends that are entrepreneurs that you may want to discuss. As mentioned before, if you can get together a large group of leaders, we will see what we can do to help you. Richard Tan actually speaks on many of the times, many of our key events. Of course, right now, all of us are actually on lockdown, not able to travel, but he does travel and help to promote myaladdin when we travel around the world. Dubai is not open yet. Um, like I said, if you find some leaders there, we would be very happy to open for you. Fantastic presentation. Thank you. When can you transfer gems to Singapore? You're in Vietnam. Gem transfer between countries is not available at this point in time. We do plan to do that in the future as we continue to develop USDT, as we continue to develop the platform. We do think that Vietnam should be able to go into Laos and maybe some other countries at the end of this year. It depends on the market maturity. Once we have growth in the market and two markets are very mature and growing, then we will look at the possibility of opening up exchange between those different countries. That will be only at the earliest, probably of the end of this year or maybe early next year when we start looking at opening up possible markets for transfer between markets. It's on a case by case basis and it will depend on the maturity of the market. Someone says, I see in Vietnam the gems increase very much. If somebody's trying to sell you gems at a high price, don't take it. Find someone else that will sell it to you at the proper price of $1 is one gem. We cannot control the marketplace, but you can control who you buy from. It's your choice to decide whether you want to buy or not. If you need extra gems and you don't have someone that you can buy from, you might be able to talk to Dr. Wong. He might be able to point to one of the leaders that may have extra gems for you. Let me see. Success Resources and myaladdin are separate companies. Therefore, they are not listed on each other's website. Success Resources is listed in myaladdin as a merchant, but they are separate companies, so they were not going to be on the same website. They have separate websites. Will myaladdin appear in China? We have not opened up the China market yet. That will be a possibility in the future, provided we find the leaders to do so. Is there a legal situation in Vietnam have any effect? Countries at this point in time regulate what is called digital currencies. In other words, if you have a wallet that has Vietnamese dong in it, like Grab Wallet, Grab Pay, these kind of things, those are regulated. myaladdin is not considered a digital currency. It's a consumer rewards program. As such, consumer rewards programs are not regulated in most countries around the world. Can you change your username? No, the username once decided is fixed. The only way that you can actually change it is to open a new account. Let me see. When are we going to open India? All the different questions that you're asking about opening other countries, I've already mentioned. We will only open new countries when we have a committed team of leaders and locals willing to build the program. You'll need to have a team developed in place to go. Is Richard Tan a major shareholder in New Tycoon Global Limited? That's actually not an issue. MyAladdin is a separate company, like I said. Success Resources is a separate company. Richard is involved in both, but they are completely different business entities. I think that's all for the questions. Some of you are asking about specific countries. Um, Somebody keeps asking, is a legal situation any effect? The answer I already said is no. MyAladdin is a consumer rewards program. It's not regulated as a digital currency at this point in time. I believe that's all for the questions. Um, if you have further questions, we have this call every single week at the same time. Also, our Vietnam leaders have the call in Vietnamese almost every night, I believe. Thank you very much for your time together. I will turn it back over to the person running the program, and I hope that you've had a good opportunity to hear about myelin. If you do have additional questions, make sure you join our Telegram group, or you also join one of our Vietnamese calls, and you'll have opportunity to ask further questions then. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Bensaf. Thank you so much. And yeah, this session is the last session to closing our Zoom meeting today. And I hope that you just have a wonderful time with us. And once again, thank you so much for joining with us today. And thank two special guests for